Coming up on today's guide, vocational learning. We visit a group of students studying some new skills to help them enter the workplace. Join the emailing generation, setting up an email account, a step-by-step guide on how to do it. And booking flights online. We'll show you how to start your journey with a few clicks of the mouse.
Without us even realising it, information technology is all around us. Think of the computerised scanners and cash registers that we see in shops and supermarkets. And have you noticed that in places like restaurants and hairdressers, they're now using computers to keep track of bookings? Surprisingly though, even with something traditional like cooking, computer technology can be a great help. Take digital oven controls. They help us to time our cooking and get the perfect oven temperature. And you can use the internet to find new recipes. There are thousands of them out there. Well, later in the programme we'll be discovering other fun things to do on the internet. But first, what if you're not able to cook and you don't use the internet? Well, there are vocational training groups out there to help get you started. Here's a group of people in Tralee that are doing just that. Have a look at this.
There are many further education and training courses in Ireland that can help people develop their knowledge, skills and talent so they are able to get jobs. In centres such as Tralee Community Training Centre, the instructors are trained to help with the reading, writing and numeracy involved in any particular course. And there is also a literacy tutor to give that extra support. Lausanne McCarthy teaches communications and personal development at the centre.
The centre itself is involved in obviously we take early school leavers, 15 to 21-year-olds. We have four main areas. There's craft, woodwork, the pre-apprenticeship and the canteen, which is the catering area. Myself, which I do IT, I do communications, personal development, and then Mary does the one-to-one literacy. So there's quite a varied programme. Everybody gets to come into the computer room. Everybody gets the chance to do have literacy support.
Sharon Healy and Linda O'Brien are both students at the centre.
What course I'm doing at the moment is a catering course. Basically, I'm in the kitchen and we do all sorts of things. We prepare food, we cook the food, we serve the food.
Like if anything needs to be cooked or anything like that, or cut or anything, I'll do that. So it's all different things. Like every week, it's all different things. Like.
Most of the students that do come in here would need some sort of literacy support. Some would come in with very, very basic literacy skills, maybe just being able to write their own name.
I left school when I was in 6th year, do you know, and over the years you kind of forget the smallest words. You know, even if you couldn't read or write, or even if you were the best, you'd always forget one or two things.
We have a lovely woman inside there, her name is Mary, and she'll go over reading with you and writing and all this stuff. First she'll start reading, and then you read, and then afterwards she'll make you write it. You'll write it then. She's actually better because she learns you big words as well that you don't know about. Like if someone says something to you and you don't understand it, she makes you understand it.
When you're down in the kitchen, with like food labels now and temperatures and ingredients, if you were making stuff, if you don't know what you're putting in, like if you couldn't read the label. So it's quite handy that you're getting a mixture, because then you're prepared to do what you have to do. Like.
Linda, will you come over and read Diane?
Carmel, she would be working on specific words like protein, carbohydrates. So then what happens is that with that, the girls would come up to me and they would be typing exactly the same words again. So we'd use the same worksheets. So obviously we've got the repetition going on. So the support is there from everybody, not just the literacy tutor.
If we didn't really know how to read and write, we wouldn't be able to, pass the certificate, because, not only do we cook here, we also have to sit down and do our folders. We'll do the folders throughout the year, and at the end of it, then we get a certificate for everything that we've done in the kitchen, from hygiene to food and safety and cookery and everything. So it's all a mixture of everything in the folders that we have to do, and we'll get a certificate at the end of the year for it.
Know how to cook now and read and write better, and do a lot of things and you've better confidence, more people as well. So it's alright, it's good. I hope to God to get a job from here.
You can get help, any young person out there, There's a second chance. You can get help if you learn to read and write. The support is there. You can then go off and you can do anything you want to do after that. The thing would be is if you have a dream of doing something, then come into somewhere like this and we will help you as much as we possibly can to fulfil that dream.
Well, today we're joined by Martina O'Doherty, who returned to learning 3 years ago and is now doing a business course, and also by Mary Bevan, an adult literacy practitioner who specialises in the area of numeracy. Looking at that piece we saw there, we see how important confidence is, Martina, in adult learning. Did you find that?
Yeah, confidence, you have to have confidence. But when I first went there, I hadn't really got confidence. I thought it was going to be just thick, really, you know, in a group of women that were like me.
And that you'd be the only one feeling like that?
Probably the thickest out of the group. But when I got there, I realised I actually wasn't. You know, we were all sort of similar, you know,
Yeah.
working on the same things.
And what course did you start off doing?
I done it in English and maths, just basic English and maths. And that kicked me off.
You're doing a business course now, aren't you?
I'm doing a business, yeah.
Why business? Is that to get a job?
Well, yeah, it covers a few things that I was interested in. But when I was on my third year, I'd done a business course, so I thought I'll go on to, that was my last year then, you know, and I thought I'll go on to college and I'll do higher, you know, business level. So I did that. And
Brilliant.
so far so good, it's going well.
So you're going from one course to the other.
Another.
And did you, when you were starting off, imagine that that would be the case? You didn't really, did
No,
you?
I never ever thought that would be the case. I thought after completing the 3 years that I'd got back to being a mum.
Yeah.
But after that, I just thought, no, I don't want to go back to being a mum. I want to go further.
There are
Learn
more and more doors opening for you.
Every time, yeah, there was another door opening.
And you were saying that doing the business course isn't just about getting a job and work, that it's actually something that you want to do for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It's great in your own home, like you can deal with your own bills. Like I wouldn't have known what an ESB, what meant, you know, if I opened it up and where your money was going to. But now I can count out what I've paid and, you know, what I owe.
Yeah. Mary, do you think that adult learning courses like Martina is doing can help people cope with all of the changes in life at the moment, because the world is changing so fast?
Oh, very definitely. I mean, as Martina was saying herself there, it has made a world of difference to her confidence in dealing with her life situations. And that's part of our philosophy, really, is to empower people to take charge of their own lives and to work on the very ordinary things that may cause difficulty. So for Martina, in coming back and doing her maths and her English and then going on and doing other subjects and upskilling herself, particularly with computers and becoming literate on the internet. She's now able to impart that knowledge to other people in her community.
Numeracy is your area of
Yes.
expertise, isn't it? And
Yes.
do you find that people can be more scared off by maths than numbers and letters?
Yes, it's
Or letters and
twofold,
words.
really, because there's a part of you that says it's okay to say I'm no good at maths and leave it
I
like
say it
that.
regularly.
Yes,
Yeah.
people do. It's a very common utterance, you know. But what we try to do is to show people actually that they are very good at maths, that people have wonderful ways of coping. And when people come back to adult education, what we try to do is to build on the skills that they have and talk to them about the fact that they are great household managers.
Okay.
That
So in
they
other words,
manage-
people are using maths and numbers all the
They are.
time in our daily
They
lives,
are,
but we
yes.
don't realise it.
They don't
like
realise
where?
Well, I particularly think that people who budget, who run a family, who have certain funds available for pocket money, for groceries, for the ESB bill, for the NTL and that.
It's like running a business.
It is, in actual fact, and yet they don't realise it.
Mary, do you find that IT, if people brush up on their computer skills, then in general that can help in their daily lives too?
Yes, I do. They tend to have a fear of using computers.
Yeah.
So once if people are coming to classes a few times a week and they are accessing computers, it gets rid of that fear. And now that we have resources and we do have internet most of the time, they then can practice it in a very safe environment.
And what sort of ways can the internet be useful in day-to-day life?
The paying of bills is a little bit difficult because people don't have credit cards. But for accessing flights and knowing that they can get away, I would say it's a very common feature that people do, and they check on prices, and they certainly know how to get the cheapest flight to Spain or wherever they're going. Yeah.
What is available for adult learners on the internet now? There are lots of different courses, aren't there?
There are different things that people can do. There are different programs that they can access and do exercises on to improve their skills, and they can access information on if they were doing a project on a certain thing. It's very say if you were doing a project on Kilmainham Jail or something like that, you could access the information on that.
What about people starting off though? Because computers in the beginning, I don't know if you found this, Martina, but they can be a bit intimidating.
Scary,
you know? It's going to blow up if I.
Yeah, I'm after breaking it because I touched it.
Yeah. So you're using the internet now a lot more than you were in the beginning.
Yeah.
What about email? Do you use that?
Well, I have used it. I've emailed my sister and some teachers from college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think that was a?
It's very useful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does she email you back?
Yeah.
Do you use email much?
I do. I use it quite
For
a
work
bit.
or pleasure, Mary?
For work, mostly. I would use it for contacting people.
Yes. Once you start,
Very
you
useful.
just can't stop.
You do,
can
yes.
Yeah, and sometimes you get the annoying ones as well.
Yes. Oh, yeah, plenty of those.
Well, computers are a lot cheaper now than they used to be, so lots of people now have one at home. And one of the best things about this is that we can use email. But what exactly is email, and how can we get started? Let's find out.
Remember the days when sending a letter meant sitting down, writing it on paper, sticking on a stamp and posting it. Nowadays though, lots of people prefer to use email to send their messages.
I work from home, so I operate an email every day. But I use it for personal reasons.
I'm out of the country a reasonable amount of time, and you're able to communicate from anywhere to anybody.
It's very convenient and it's fast.
I just find email an absolute boon. It's an instant communication.
Email is short for electronic mail, and it's a way of sending messages from one computer to another. Your computer has to be connected to the internet, a system that connects millions of computers around the world. Email is so fast that your message, which can include photos or even video, can be sent anywhere around the world in seconds. Sending emails is really cheap. If you have your own computer, you pay for the internet connection, but sending emails is free once you are connected. If you don't have a computer, you can go along to a library or internet cafe and, for a small fee, send your emails from there. There are lots of companies now which offer free email accounts, like Hotmail, Gmail, and Yahoo. We'll look at setting up a free email account with Yahoo later in the programme.